Hi, it's Ariana. Welcome back to Laki Mai Kai, where I take the dishes people always assume are complicated or somehow beyond them and show you they're really not. Today's dish is lentil soup, and I'll be honest, this is one of the biggest offenders. For so many people, when they hear dry lentils, they immediately picture soaking overnight, babysitting a pot for hours, or some kind of fussy technique they don't have time for. None of that is true, and I want to prove it to you today. Here's the thing about lentils that nobody tells you: unlike dried beans, they don't need soaking at all. No planning ahead, no overnight anything. You rinse them, you drop them in the pot, and 40 minutes later, they're tender. That's genuinely the whole secret. I think people mentally file lentils in the same category as dried beans, and once you separate those two things in your head, this recipe stops feeling intimidating almost immediately. This particular version is one I make constantly once the weather turns cool. It's got a rich marinara-based broth, so it's got that deep tomato flavor going for it right out of the gate. Italian sausage adds a little spice and real depth to the whole pot. The lentils and carrots bring texture and heartiness. And a little oregano and basil pull it all together into something that tastes like it's been simmering all day, even though it really hasn't. It's the kind of soup that makes a whole house smell like someone's been cooking with love, even on a random Tuesday. Let's walk through it together. This recipe makes a big batch, about 10 servings, so it's great for meal prep, freezing, or just feeding a crowd. You'll need 1 pound of Italian ground sausage, mild or spicy, whichever you prefer. 1 pound of dry lentils, rinsed and drained. 1 medium onion, diced. 2 to 3 carrots, peeled and sliced into rounds. 2 to 3 cloves of garlic, minced. 3 cups of marinara sauce. 9 cups of water, or, if you want extra flavor, swap that for chicken or vegetable broth. A teaspoon of dried oregano. A teaspoon of dried basil. 1 bay leaf. Salt and pepper to taste. And 2 tablespoons of olive oil. If you want to garnish it at the end, grated Parmesan cheese and some chopped fresh parsley are lovely, but completely optional. Now let's actually make it, and I promise, this is genuinely simple. In a large pot, heat 1 tablespoon of the olive oil over medium heat. Quick note: if your sausage comes in casings, just slit them open and remove the meat by hand. It takes seconds. Add the sausage to the pot, breaking it apart with a wooden spoon as it cooks until it's browned through, about 5 to 7 minutes. Pull it out and set it aside for now. In that same pot, don't wash it, all that brown flavor is exactly what we want. Add your remaining tablespoon of olive oil, then the diced onion and carrots. Sauté until the onion turns soft and translucent, about 5 minutes. Add your minced garlic and cook for another minute or two, just until it's fragrant. Now stir in your rinsed lentils along with the oregano, basil, and bay leaf. Let that cook for about a minute. This toasts the spices a little and wakes up their flavor before the liquid goes in. Then pour in your broth or water along with the marinara sauce and stir everything together well. Add your cooked sausage back into the pot. Bring the whole thing up to a boil, then drop the heat down and let it simmer uncovered for 30 to 40 minutes until the lentils are tender. Give it a stir every so often, and if it looks like it's getting too thick, just add a splash more broth or water. Once the lentils are done, fish out the bay leaf and season with salt and pepper to taste. Serve it hot, and if you'd like, top it with grated Parmesan and a little fresh parsley. A couple of ways to make this your own. If you want a vegetarian version, just skip the sausage entirely and use vegetable broth instead. It's still hearty and satisfying without it. And if you want to sneak in some extra greens, toss in a handful of spinach or kale during the last 5 minutes of cooking. They wilt down almost instantly and add a nice pop of color and nutrition. This is really the whole recipe. No soaking, no complicated technique, nothing to babysit for hours. Just brown, sauté, dump, and simmer. That's genuinely the entire skill required here. As for nutrition, each serving comes in around 401 calories with a solid 20 grams of protein and 7 grams of fiber, thanks to those lentils. It's a filling, well-rounded bowl that actually keeps you satisfied. Not one of those soups you're hungry again an hour later from. So if lentil soup has been sitting on your someday list because it felt like a project, I hope today proved that it really isn't one. It's 1 pot, a handful of pantry staples, and 40 minutes of mostly hands-off simmering. That's it. That's the whole mystery, demystified. Thanks for cooking along with me. Bon appetit, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time on Laki Mai Kai.